Oh man, and we are back, Fat. Welcome back, man.
Welcome back. Welcome back to No Excuses, man.
We are live, man. We are live. Oh man, before we go any further, Fat, tell the people at home what to do, man.
Man, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the post notifications so you know when we post, man. Keep running this up, man. Get our subscribers up there and keep viewing it, man.
So, man, before we get into the show, right? This one of the this one of the parts of the gig, man, that don't nobody, you know what I'm saying, like to do. You know what I'm saying, man. But it's got to be said, man. You know, I want to take this time right here, man, to I want to take this time here, man, to send our prayers and condolences to Coach Hugh Fountain and his family. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
man.
man? All thoughts and prayers, man, to Coach Hugh Fountain family, his loved ones. You know what I'm saying,
For
man?
sure.
To all the players that he coached, the young men whose lives he impacted. You know, I send thoughts and prayers, man, to all the people, man, because sometimes we get so caught up in this game and it being whether it be football or basketball or anything, man, just with these sports. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we got to remember it ain't the most important thing in the world, man. So I just want to say to start this show off, man. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Coach Found, man.
Rest in peace, Coach Fountain,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
Legend.
Hell, I had to put my blue and gold hat on for this episode, man. I was looking for my Neo Viles. I found it, but when I put it on, it fit on my head kind of funny. So I just put the other blue and gold hat on, man. But for sure, man,
I
rest
don't
in
think I
peace to
got.
Coach Found, man.
I don't think I got no Neil stuff. If I do, it's probably too small enough.
Yo,
Yeah.
oh man. So today I put on Facebook because I wanted to get, people opinions about it. I wanted to, hear what people had to say. But the NFL draft is coming up and we under a month until the 2025 NFL draft. Some of the notable players in this draft, man, Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, Abdul Carter, Mason Graham, Ashton Genty, just to name a few, Jahad Campbell, you know.
Yeah.
But I wanna ask the question, man. Tennessee Titans pick first. They got the number one pick in the draft. It's very obvious they finna move on. They finna move off of Will Levis, and they're taking a quarterback with the number one pick. At least all signs point towards that. So, in your
Yeah.
opinion, who is the better quarterback prospect? Who should the Titans draft? However you want to word the question to yourself. If you're Tennessee, because the consensus, unless you got another answer, the consensus across the board is either Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders. Who should the Giants, not the Giants, who should the Tennessee Titans select with the number one overall pick of the 2025 NFL draft?
Um, I'll probably have to go with Cam Ward because I think he has a little bit mobility. You know, so he can move around a little bit better. Um, Now a downside to Cam Ward, I can say, I feel like sometimes he try to overdo things at times where he can like either throw it away or eat the play, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta always go have the big play all the time. I feel like that's your man should do. They have a problem with it. Like they both, great talents. I'm not taking nothing away from them. Both of them are talented quarterbacks. It's just if it's a downside on them, I say is that. You know what I'm saying? When it's not there, it's not there. Don't try to like force it or nothing. But I'll probably say Cam Ward because I feel like Cam Ward is more mobile than what Shedeur is. You know what I'm saying? So I probably would go with Cam Ward, but I wouldn't be, mad if the Giants was to take Shedeur because Shedeur is a great talent as well. Man. He can pick you apart in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? If you let him, you know what I'm saying? Um, Great eye for the field. He got a great ball, very accurate. You know what I'm saying? Can throw it in coverage. You know what I'm saying? Can spread it, throw it down the field. He got a very live one. You know what I'm saying? Shedeur arm is second. Like he got a amazing arm. So but in this league, in today's game, what you want now is a quarterback that can kind of move. You know what I'm saying? So I probably would go with Cam Ward over Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? Slightly, it's not like by a huge, gap between the two. But I would give the edge to Cam Ward just based off the aspect of how it's played now. I'd probably go with Cam. You heard me?
Say that again, Fat.
I said I probably would go with Cam Ward because for me, Cam Ward is mobile. You know what I'm saying? In today's game, in today's era of football, you have to have a quarterback that's able to move, you know what I'm saying, and not be a sitting duck. You know what I'm saying? Like Cam Ward can actually move. I didn't see him move. So I mean, I would go off of that. And then Cam Ward don't have a bad arm either, but you know what I'm saying? I just go out with Cam Ward just because I feel like he's a little bit more athletically inclined than Shedeur. So I go.
So your answer is Cam Ward.
Yeah,
Okay. Um, I think I think the two are very. I think they're very similar, yet very different in a way because I think it's obvious that um, Cam Ward possesses more mobility than Shedeur. I think Shedeur throws the ball more accurately than Cam Ward do.
yeah, hell yeah,
So for me personally, not to be that guy, I'm not. I want to say this the right way. I don't want it to come out the wrong way. I'm not necessarily over the top about either as a prospect. To be honest, if I was the Titans, I would probably pick Travis Hunter first overall, me personally. But because I
yeah,
just think he's the best player in the draft, I think this is a
yeah,
draft where whenever you have a quarterback class that's not as strong maybe as others, this is the type of draft where you can really feel other positional needs. And I think the Titans, whenever you got number one pick, you need some of everything. So,
yeah. I
but
don't
I
think
don't want to
either
give
of
a
them.
cop out answer between Shedeur and Cam Ward. I think that I think Cam I think Cam might be slightly better than Shedeur, just maybe from a pure talent standpoint. But I think if
Yeah,
I'm picking between the two, I would probably go with Shedeur. But my reason for going with Shedeur would be maybe I trust more with Shedeur has upstairs than a little
yeah,
bit more than Cam.
yeah.
Cam can get extremely reckless at times, man. Sometimes try to do too much, but at the same time, Shedeur got that
Same
fault
shit. Yeah,
got that fault in his game as well. I like both of them as prospects. I think Shedeur is a good quarterback. I think Cam Ward is a good quarterback. I'm just not sure I really love either as a prospect for
yeah,
maybe my own reasons, but I think right now, give me a slight edge. I would give the slight edge to Shedeur. Maybe more or less because I like Shedeur's pinpoint accuracy a little bit more than Cam's. But I do think at their ceilings, I think Cam's ceiling might be a little bit higher. But I think Shedeur's floor. I think the difference between Shedeur's floor and Cam's floor and their two ceilings, I think the gap between the floors, I think Shedeur has a much better floor than Cam does. I don't know why I think that, but I do. So give me Shedeur, but I'm not. There's no wrong answer. There's no wrong
Yeah,
answer. I like both of them a lot as players. I
yeah,
don't. I'm tired. I don't like how we throw around the word generational prospect. Oh, I can't miss quarterback. No, I don't look at either one of these guys as that. And I'm always cautious. I'm always cautious of whenever I evaluate quarterbacks going into a draft. I look at Cam Ward, if I'm not mistaken, was a like fifth year senior. Played a lot of
yeah,
college ball, right?
yeah,
Guess what?
yeah,
That normally for me, that's normally a okay. He's already damn near what he's gonna be coming into the league, right? But guess what? You have outlier situations like Jane Daniels, who played 4 or 5 years of college ball, Joe
yeah,
Burrow, Bo Nix, who came in, and you know what I'm saying, who I was skeptical of, to say the least, going into last year's draft. Bo Nix goes to Denver, day one starter, gets the Broncos to the playoffs. Bo Nix had a way better year than I think anybody outside of Broncos country. Let's ride. We're going to talk about Russ here later. I think Bo Nix had a better rookie season than most people projected. I know it for me, damn sure. So I think but as far as my rule, I'm still skeptical of taking quarterbacks when they come out of college that late. So that's my cause for pause with Cam Ward. My call for pause with Shedeur is just really, maybe it's a lack of mobility. And I don't think Shedeur is a sitting duck in the pocket. Shedeur can move around and make plays with his legs. He's somewhat mobile, but he ain't finna run out of harm's way.
no.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't outrunning nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, for him to be Deion Sanders' son, he didn't get the speed aspect, but he's a quarterback. So that ain't really the most important thing in the world.
Shedeur run like he got.
I like my
Shedeur
quarterback
run like
to
he
have a
got
little
sand in that
mobility.
thing, man.
So
You heard me?
that's just the way that I view it. So I got my questions with both of them. I love both of them confidence, but if I had to pick one, man, I'm taking Shedeur slightly over Cam, slightly, and only because I watched a lot of both of them play. I feel like I've probably seen a couple more Shedeur games than Cam games, but I'm gonna go with Shedeur maybe for more or less of the consistency of Shedeur, but
Yeah,
I think it's neck and neck. He can go either way.
yeah,
So, like I said, when I was talking about Bo Nix, how I said nobody from Broncos country, nobody outside of Broncos country, other than, the diehard fans, Broncos country, let's ride, Allah. Said we're into our next, you know what I'm saying? Our next segment, man. So, and it's a way Shedeur work in this conversation too, or Cam. It just depends on who gets picked at number one. I think it's going to be Cam Ward that go number one overall. But the New York Giants signed Russell Wilson to a 1 year, $21 million deal. If I'm not mistaken, I think $10.5 million of it is guaranteed. So Russell Wilson is now on his third team in 3 years, from Denver to Pittsburgh, now to the New York Giants. Noted, keep this in mind, the New York Giants just signed Jameis Winston last week, so they know that they are restoring their quarterback room. They went and got picked up 2 veterans in Jameis and Russ. So what do you think the Giants signing 2 quarterbacks, right? And let's just say hypothetically that the Titans pick Cam Ward number 1 overall, right? And let's just say either Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter goes number 2 to the Cleveland Browns. The Shedeur Sanders sitting there at 3. If you're the Giants, do you still draft Shedeur Sanders at 3? That's the first part of the segment.
I would say yeah. Because even they getting Russell, it's not like they getting Seattle Seahawks Russell Wilson anymore. Can he be there to mentor him for a year or 2 or whatever? is remains to be seen if they pick him, if they pick with the Giants. But I still would get what I'm saying, Shedeur, if I was the Giants, just because I know I have for my future. You know what I'm saying? If I'm looking for my future, I know I can just go to him for my future. So I would still take Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? Russell Wilson, he had a decent season last year, but we know the prime Russell Wilson is over with. Like we probably won't see that again. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be mad. If I was the Giants, I would still draft Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? Just because I know what in my future. I'm looking. If I'm looking for my future, you know what I'm saying. And the Giants, like they the Giants. The Giants ain't been good in a while, man. So I mean, why not go ahead and get somebody that you feel me? That's your future. He young, and you know what I'm saying. You can see some bright spots in getting Shedeur. You know what I'm saying. You see how, like I said, we touched on how accurate he is and all the other things that come into play with Shedeur Sanders. So, I mean, why not? Get a young talent in there. You know what I'm saying, to spark your future. You know what I'm saying? Because if getting Russell Wilson is not putting you in win now mode, because you're not. I mean, I don't think you getting Russell Wilson is gonna still put you over the hump to win a playoff game. Get further than any of them. Like get to any playoff contentions or anything like that. So I mean, getting Russell Wilson really didn't move the needle for the Giants for me. You know what I'm saying? So I would still get Shedeur Sanders. I mean, I that's just me. I don't feel like that really moved the needle for me. You know what I'm saying? So I would still get Shedeur Sanders if it's me. I don't see why they would.
Um, uh, I just me personally, I don't see how bringing in Jameis Winston, somebody who can be a bridge quarterback. He literally played this year for Cleveland. Bringing in Russell Wilson, a bridge quarterback who literally played for the Pittsburgh Steelers and played in a playoff game this past year. Right. I don't see how you bring in the two veteran quarterbacks and then still draft the quarterback with the number 3 overall pick. I think at this point, I think the Giants making that move to bring in Jameis and Russ, I think that's very, I think that pretty much indicates that they're not as sold on Shedeur as maybe people thought they were. I'm gonna be honest,
Yeah.
man. I think the Giants should. I think that if Travis Hunter is there at 3, the Giants have to take Travis Hunter. He has to
Oh, for
take
sure.
Travis Hunter. You
Sure.
have a player. The Giants need a starting wide receiver and a starting corner. You got
Yeah.
a nigga that can do both.
Yeah.
He's literally shown that, right? So you can play Travis. Guess what? The Giants, big market. Travis Hunter coming in, superstar. Travis Hunter will put butts in seats.
Yeah.
Electrified player. Guess what? You can pair Travis Hunter on offense with Malik Neighbors. Fat Travis Hunter, Malik Neighbors in a couple years. Now you got a receiver core that's okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's something.
Yeah.
I think the Giants do have pieces. They got some young pieces on their defensive line. I'm with you. Russ or Jameis, I'll be honest, man. In that division with Philadelphia and Jay Daniels and Washington, who we assuming is only going to get better, you're not winning that division no time soon. You're probably not making the playoffs anyway. I think this is the last year for Brian Daboll and the Giants general manager. I just can't call out his name right now, but the Giants general manager, because you fumbled the damn bag by letting Saquon Barkley go to Philadelphia. You ain't made the playoffs. Last year you went 3-14. I don't see many things pointing towards Dayball saving his job. So I'm be honest, I don't think going in with the rookie quarterback is the way to go about saving it. I think They went and got Russ, and I think it's pretty much over with the Brian Daboll era in New York. Anyway, I really don't care how the season goes. I think it's over.
Yeah.
I'm be honest. I really do think it's over because I don't see where you go from here. I really don't.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this as well about Russ, right? About Russell Wilson being in New York. Is Russ playing on? Okay, I got a better way to ask the question. With Russ' career ending the way that it has been, meaning post Seattle, let's be honest. Let's remember. Now we're a couple years removed from it. At the time, Russell Wilson going to Denver was groundbreaking news.
Yeah.
Like Russ in Denver was supposed to be the next contender, right? That flamed out. It didn't work at all. So now he goes to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh rented for a year, and Mike Tomlin go, okay, yeah, I'm out on Russ. The year before that was Sean Payton in Denver. They was out on Russ. I'll be honest. I think this with the Giants is a one-year deal regardless. I don't even care how it goes. I think Russ should be looking for another team again next year. So at this end of Russ's career, man, is it affecting his legacy in your eyes? Because it kind of feel like to me, if a player ever played his way out of the Hall of Fame, I'm not saying Russ has done that, but is that possible? Can Russell Wilson play his way out of the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. When you in the past couple of years, man, Russell Wilson, you can make an argument that he been flirting with his legacy, man. He definitely been flirting with it because let's keep it a band, man. Russell Wilson hadn't turned back to Seattle Seahawks Russell Wilson in a long time. We ain't seen that Russell Wilson in years. So can you play your way out of the Hall of Fame? You know what I'm saying? In a way you can. You kind of can, man. Like it's just Russell Wilson has not played up to the standard or up to par in a while, man. So it like he haven't played in on that level in so long, you damn near forget about it. Like dead ass serious. Like you damn near forget about how good Russell Wilson really was. Like it was one point in time, man, Russell Wilson was top 3, top 5 in all of the NFL. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he was. And it's like now he's just he in the way. He a burden. Like he a burden now to a team. Like you just you know what I'm saying? You get him, but he ain't. It's not groundbreaking to get Russell Wilson now. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, after this year, he might be on another team, another roster this year. You know what I'm saying? He just been getting passed around. You know what I'm saying? Teams ain't they bring him in, they see, you know what I'm saying, what he can do, and they give up on him because they like, you know what I'm saying, we want to get that old Russell Wilson back, but we know those days are probably, you know, behind him. So it's a way you can play yourself out of, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not a fool. I remember how good Russell Wilson was. So I don't know why I bet with, you know, playing out of the Hall of Fame. I don't know if I necessarily disagree with that. I really don't have a stance on that. But I can say if somebody was to say that he has played himself out of the Hall of Fame, I can at least sit there and entertain the conversation a little bit because Russell Wilson has not played up to the standard, and it been a pretty long while, man. So I can kind of see it. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know if I would say he's played his way out of the Hall of Fame only because I think I'm not sure everybody has Russell Wilson in the Hall of Fame. That's just my opinion. I do. I'm not sure everybody thinks Russell Wilson is a consensus first ballot Hall of Fame. I'm not sure.
It's a conversation.
I think he's Hall of Fame, but Like because whenever we talk about being a Hall of Fame player, and a Hall of Fame player is, cream of the crop, best to ever do it. You can't tell the story and the history of the game without this person. I think Russell Wilson fits that category, right? But there's also levels of being a Hall of Famer. Like, okay, take this for instance, right? And I hate when people use, maybe just stats or something to try to paint the story of how a player's career went. This is a truth. This is factual. I think Mike Evans got maybe 40 or more plus touchdowns than Julio Jones. Mike Evans has 11 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons in the NFL, right? If we stack up Mike Evans' career numbers and Julio Jones' career numbers side by side, it's going to be comparable. And Mike Evans got way more touchdowns, right? Julio got more yards, but Mike Evans got way more touchdowns, right? And
Yeah.
I say this because I think Mike Evans is one of those players that when it's all said and done, people gonna have the debate: is he a Hall of Famer? Yes or no? Go look at his stats, look at his numbers. He won a Super Bowl and all that good stuff, right? You can't tell me with a straight face you think Mike Evans and Julio Jones belong in the same conversation. And I like Mike Evans.
Hell no.
I just that's why I'm saying, just looking at somebody's stats don't necessarily tell the whole story. I like Mike Evans, him and Julio. Come on, man, what we talking about?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So for me, what I'm trying to get to with Russ is, I think in that comparison, now take Russell Wilson. When I say is levels of players at your position in the era, right?
Yeah.
Russell Wilson era is with because he's still playing currently, but his prime is like with Breeze and I guess you could put Brady play forever. You could put Brady in there or Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yeah.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson belong in the same sentence for their overall career. Now, right, what we see currently today, they kind of in the same breath because both of them are kind of aging quarterbacks on the way out. But prime Aaron Rodgers and prime Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
And this is when Russ was good, his good days. He wasn't exactly Aaron Rodgers. And I say that to say I don't think nobody would question if Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Fame.
Hell no.
Because guess what? As awful as Aaron Rodgers was in New York this past year, the year before he got hurt, you know what I'm saying? But as the way that Rodgers' career is ending, you don't hear nobody, the conversation ain't even being had about is he still a Hall of Famer?
No, hell no.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell no. You gotta remember, Rodgers won the MVP a couple years ago. It ain't been that far removed. Yeah. Maybe about 3 years ago.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just think that's a different way to look at it. But I want to see how Russ do in New York because not for the Giants ain't going nowhere. They ain't gonna do nothing like major. But because I want to see if Russ plays well. Do the Giants even think about keeping him, or do I think at this point Russ is playing every year to have a job for the following year?
Yeah.
Like big paydays is over with.
That's over. That's over.
You know what I'm saying? I think Russ is now on these 1 year Pittsburgh Steelers, New York Giants, these 1 year rental center deals. So I want to see how Russ can parlay this into his next stop. But I'm gonna be honest, man. I think we closer to the end of Russ than people realize.
Yeah.
I think this might be his last year as a starter. This might be it for the starting days.
Yeah. Like he didn't reach the point with me. I wouldn't even probably start Russell Wilson. He's not a starter to me. I'm just being honest.
You know,
that's my opinion.
Just the way that I look at it, man, but I'm just eager to see how this is gonna go for Russ in New York, man, because I always had like Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? You got people that call him corny or company man-ish or whatever, and some of that shit Russ bought on his own. Let's be honest. But I like Russell Wilson, man. I think in his prime, Russ was a very good player. In my opinion, Russell Wilson is a Hall of Famer. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
I think Russell's a Hall of Famer. I put asking that question is, it's already conversations being had. Has he played himself out of it? I didn't make that up. That's a real life conversation, man. So I want to see what other people go with that. But me personally, I think Russ is a Hall of Famer. I think Russ has earned the gold jacket. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. He got, very good career stats. I think Russ getting in. I think just more or less the thing what Russ doing now is the more Russ plays and the way that it's going, Russ making people forget how good he was.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just my opinion. I don't know what happened to Russ. I think Russ had suffered I want to say some kind of injury. What really happened to Russell Wilson is, and it happens to all Russell Wilson style quarterbacks, mobile quarterbacks, especially, you know what I'm saying, that when the being mobile is such a part of the game, as Russ got older, the legs don't work the same. Like they don't run as much as he used to, and I think that took away from a lot of Russ game.
Yeah,
I think it's
because a lot of his game,
Russell Wilson game, man.
a lot of his game
Russell
involved.
Wilson was mobile.
Yeah, he made a lot of plays.
He still throw one of the better deep balls I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
that Russell Wilson moon ball is a thing of beauty.
Yeah,
So that's just me. Oh, we are just talking about quarterbacks today. We got some more quarterback shit coming up, man. So, from a quarterback that just got a contract, a 1 year, $21 million deal. I remember I was talking about this the other day out there in Spring Hill. Shout out to Mike Will. Shout out to Tucci. 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers have lost quite a few notable players in this offseason. They lost their starting safety, Hufanga. They lost Dre Greenlaw. Obviously, they traded Deebo Samuel. I think all of this is they're kind of retooling, rebuilding, if you just want to use that word. But you got Brock Purdy on a rookie deal. They negotiated the contract. Brock ready for that big payday. I think he's earned that. I'm just not sure if it's gonna be in the 49ers' best interest to give said huge payday. Right now, currently, the highest paid quarterback, I believe, on a per year basis is Dak Prescott, and last year, $60 million a year. At least that's the way his contract is set up. Now, the thing that people got to learn about NFL contracts is that whenever you see these deals and they say 4 years, $240 million, it don't be $60 million a year. Some of the money be loaded up at the front, some of it loaded up at the back. So you never know how. I just breaking it down on a yearly basis. Dak is sitting at 4 years, $240 million. That's $60 million a year. So should Brock Purdy make $60 million, aka Dak Prescott money, top of the market money for the quarterback position, should the 49ers pay Brock Purdy that kind of money?
I mean, as crazy as it sounds, yeah, because if you're looking at Dak Prescott, you know what I'm saying, how much postseason success has he had? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Brock Purdy actually did go to a Super Bowl. You know, you can say, you know, he had firepower around him, which all of that can be true. I'm not saying it's not true. But when it was time to make the plays, Brock Purdy made the plays to get him to the Super Bowl. So I think he earned, you know, his 60 million. If he gets 60 million a year, you know what I'm saying? If he gets it, I feel like he earned it. But Do I think he's worth $60 million? No, but I'm not responsible for that, and that's why I don't, make the big bucks to figure out those type of situations. I mean, I don't make the big bucks to figure out and negotiate them type of contracts. So, but me personally, I don't think he's worth that, but he's definitely earned it because, like I say, man, if you're gonna pay that, I mean, why Purdy can't get that? You know what I'm saying? Like Dak and Purdy, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like comparable. Like I can't really say Purdy better than Dak. I can't really say Dak this much better than Purdy. So it's kind of like in the middle with them. So I would say Purdy. He earned that 60 million. If you gave Dak, I feel like you can give Purdy 60 million. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, Purdy actually went to the Super Bowl. So I say Purdy earned his 60 million if he does get it. But do I think he's worth that? No, I don't think he is. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think Purdy is an elite quarterback in no shape, form, or fashion. But I mean, hey, we done seen quarterbacks, that we don't feel like that's that great get paid like a Kirk Cousins and shit like that. So, yeah, why not? Feel me? Yeah, I feel like he earned it. You know, so yeah, Purdy. I mean, I would pay him. I mean, I meant to say I wouldn't pay him that, but if earned, yeah, he definitely earned. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, what the hell? Give it to him, man. We just seen, like I said, we just seen many quarterbacks come through that we felt like when all that great that they got huge payday. So yeah, I not give it to him.
Should the 49ers pay Brock Purdy $60 million? Look here, man. I'm be honest, right? I'm all for the seventh round draft pick, Mister Irrelevant, the last pick of the draft. I love the feel good story. I love the to see the guy go from what we didn't really expect to. Brock Purdy was drafted to be a body for training camp.
Exactly.
That's really what it was supposed to be. Trey Lance was supposed to be the guy. Turned out not to work out that way. If I'm not mistaken, the 49ers had another backup that went in and got hurt before we got to Purdy. I just can't think of the other backup. If I'm not mistaken, I think Trey Lance got hurt. Then another guy went in and got hurt. Then Brock Purdy went in. I'm almost positive that's how that went.
Yeah. Purdy was like third string.
He was like the third string guy. So man, what Brock Purdy has done in his short and his you know what I'm saying, very short career thus far, man, has been nothing short of impressive. I think Brock Purdy's a good quarterback. I hate how we use postseason wins and quarterback wins and success to determine how good a player is. And then when it's time to pay said player, now we talk about everything that's around the player. That's my problem with quarterback discourse in football. In fact, I'm consistent on that. I'm consistent on that. Is Brock Purdy a product of Kyle Shanahan's system? Yes. Does Brock Purdy benefit because of having what did have a Debo Samuel, or Christian McCaffrey, or Brandon Ayuk, or Trent Williams back when the defense was actually good? Yes, so all of that contributed to the 49ers going on that run to get to that Super Bowl and had the lead. And then Mahomes just did the shit that Mahomes typically does. He come back and beat you at the end. Sorry. But, so do I think the 49ers should pay Brock Purdy that? No. And my reason for that is, for me, it's quite simple for me, man. Is Brock Purdy an elite player? No. Brock Purdy's a good player. Brock Purdy is not elite. What do I mean by elite? And I hate to play the what if game, but I'm going to get what if you, right? I'm not going to talk about the obvious, the Mahomes, the Burrows, the Josh Allen, the Lamar Jacksons. I ain't getting into that. We ain't going there. Because I think those are the quarterbacks you can put damn near anywhere it's going to work.
Yeah.
Those are those are the elite quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
Is Brock Purdy better than Tua?
Hell no.
Why do I ask that question? Imagine Tua with Shanahan, the 49ers organization, instead of the Miami Dolphins, with all that talent that's been around him. Oh, Tua had Waddle and Tyreek Hill. True. And Tua has played well. As you can see, whenever Tua was hurt, the Dolphins literally don't win.
Yeah.
Okay. That's one. I told you, I don't want to do the elite of the elite. Is Brock Purdy better than Jared Goff?
I would say no, bro. I don't think so.
Is Brock Purdy better than Dak Prescott?
I would take that. If it's a middle, like
I put it to you like this. Whoever you want to take out of Purdy and Dak is fine. It's a discussion at least.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's in the middle for me.
I put it to you like this here. I think the Cowboys and a lot of what Jerry Jones do with the front office kind of hem the team up or whatever. But what I will say, the Cowboys got this much sense. If the 49ers called Dallas trying to trade Brock Purdy for Dak Prescott, Jerry Jones hanging the phone up.
Yeah.
We just talking strictly. I'm not trying to take away what Purdy's done in San Francisco, but you have to be able to separate the team success from just his individual play. Is Brock Purdy better than Jalen Hurts?
No.
And guess what? I don't think Hurts is an elite quarterback either.
No, I don't either.
I don't think he's elite either. I would take
Jalen just won.
I would take Hurts over Brock Purdy as well because Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts' situation a lot like Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
And that's for me. That's
Hurts
not the quarterback.
Yeah.
Philadelphia, the front office, that know what they're doing. They had Jalen Hurts, put a team around him. They got to a Super Bowl. He had his best year that year. I think he finished second in the MVP vote because Mahomes won it that year. He balled in that Super Bowl that they lost. I thought he played better in that one than this last one that he won.
Yeah,
but nonetheless, they get to the Super Bowl. So what do Philadelphia do? They keep adding players. They go out and get a Saquon Barkley. They built a team around their quarterback. That's the same thing that San Francisco had with Brock Purdy. The only difference is that Philadelphia actually won when they played the Chiefs this time in the Super Bowl. They played the Chiefs in 2 Super Bowls. The Eagles won the second one. The 49ers lost both of theirs. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
So for me, whenever you talk about paying Brock Purdy, you have to remember that when you give Brock Purdy that money, you got to start back over in the draft you got to find somebody to replace Deebo Samuel.
Yeah.
Guess what? Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, elite players, great at what they do, very injury prone, and they're getting older.
Yeah.
Very injury prone, and they are getting older. Trent Williams, the best left tackle in football. He ain't getting no young. I think Trent Williams like 37, 38 years old.
But Q, let's be honest. Me and you said it though. San Francisco didn't hit a wall to me. I think they reached the ceiling with their team anyway.
Yes.
Like I don't think you going to Super Bowl. I'm sorry, you can't go to the Super Bowl and play the same team and can never beat them.
Yes.
You got to at least beat them one time. You haven't beat this team not once in the postseason.
I have to just be honest. Outside of the Chiefs, in every year that Mahomes has been a starter, this ain't even, you know what I'm saying, hyperbole. It's literally proven in facts. There is not a single team in the NFL that when the year starts, I could just put them in conference championship weekend.
No.
Now, Philadelphia might be finna get to that status, we'll see, but I can't just pencil Philly in the next year yet. They ain't proven it.
No.
The Chiefs have proven when the last 4 teams are standing, we will be one of them.
Yeah. They did it.
And that's because they got a front office that knows what they're doing. I'm not saying that Brock Purdy ain't earned his money or shouldn't get paid. My thing is just that when you pay him a lot of what you have around them is about to change. You saw Brock
Yeah.
Purdy this year without Christian McCaffrey. The defense wasn't as good. They missed Brandon Ayuk. 49ers not only didn't get back to the Super Bowl or any of that, 49ers missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
They missed the playoffs.
Missed the playoffs. Yeah,
like
yeah.
the 49ers were not good this year. Some of that, all that's not Brock Purdy's fault because that defense was bad. My thing is just, I hate how we try to use, I hate the logic of, oh, they got to a Super Bowl, so you got to pay them. Do you?
Yeah.
Do you? I'm not sure you do. I'm not sure you do. And you know me, Fat, I'm all for, I want to make this very clear. If the 49ers going to pay Brock, get your goddamn money. I'm all for the players getting it when they go give it to you. I'm just not sure I would pay Brock Purdy that much money. Is Brock Purdy a better quarterback than C.J. Stroud?
No.
Justin Herbert?
No. Jordan Love?
Jay Daniels?
Yeah. No.
Fact, I'm not sure Brock Purdy is a better quarterback, individual player than Trevor Lawrence. And you know I'm not a Trevor Lawrence guy at all.
Yeah. I'm about to say, I don't think he's better than Jordan Love either.
No, he's not better than Jordan Love. No. And guess what? I hate to say all this because it sounds like I'm going against Brock. My thing is just, I just gave you a bunch of quarterbacks that I think is at least debatable on. At least debatable on. Whether you want to take him or not, that's fine. For me personally, I think all the 49ers fans, I can at least speak for one because Mike said it the other day. I think the 49ers would be foolish to make Brock Purdy the highest paid quarterback in football. If you going to pay him, because guess what, Fat? I didn't like how the Packers did it with Jordan Love. Jordan Love only had one good year. You paid him $55 million. He only had one good year. Yeah. That's just me, man. That's just the way that I think that the business should be viewed. That's just like, I'm not sure Tua should have got $55 million. I'm not sure Trevor Lawrence should have got $55 million. But Brock Purdy had that to go on the table and say, hey, I have won more in this league than Tua or Trevor Lawrence. And they get 55. Yeah. So
that's
Brock Purdy got the right to go in there and say, I want
his contemporary
55. Brock
that's
Purdy
what I was saying.
I beat Jordan Love in a playoff game. I want at least 55. I see his agent case will be whenever they walk into the negotiation. I see their case.
That's what I was saying earlier. I was basically saying that in his contemporaries, you feel me, like a Trevor Lawrence, Tua, and Jordan Love, they got $55 million. Why can't he go in there and pitch his reasonings and why he should, get $55 million a year? That's all I was saying.
Because Fat, despite who we think is a more talented or better player, at the end of the day, man, the results on the field matter.
Exactly. That's what I was saying.
The field matter. I'm just speaking, strictly maybe from a talent standpoint. I'm playing the hypothetical game. If I put so and so with the 49ers, they'll do it, and they know, and that's fine because we can.
That's human nature. It's human nature
to come to the real world and go, man. The dude did get to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The dude has been to a couple of NFC championships. The NFC championship he got hurt in against Philly, they got blowed out.
Yeah.
I think Brock Purdy is a good player. All them quarterbacks that I named with him against, I think him versus those guys are debaters. Like, my whole point. That was my whole point. I'm just saying, me personally, I wouldn't make him the highest paid quarterback. I don't see a world where Brock Purdy should be getting paid more than Patrick Mahomes to play football. That's my personal opinion. I wouldn't do that, but that's the way the market is set up, and now it's always climbing. So I'm just eager to see how it's gonna work. I want to see how it's gonna work. But I do think Brock Purdy will have a new deal before football, before this season, before this upcoming season. I think Brock Purdy finna get paid.
Yeah, me too.
I think he gonna get somewhere between 52 and 56 million.
Yeah, He probably gonna get that 50. That he probably gonna get about 50. Yeah, about 55.
And I think, real talk, man. I think if you brought Purdy, and you came from being Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick in the draft, to now you, the franchise guy, finna get your big payday. I think if the 49ers offer you 50 plus anything million, ain't no way in hell you make them stall to take this deal. Ain't no way, man.
No,
It ain't no way.
no, no.
Because at some point, you know, like, hey, I kind of am a product of this shit around me.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion, man. But I hope the man get his money. I really do hope that man get his money.
yeah.
Oh, man. So, man, I ain't the biggest college basketball expert. You know what I'm saying? I never claimed that it was my forte. But what I do know is, man, we got the Sweet 16. You got Alabama playing BYU tomorrow night. The little bit of college basketball that I have seen, I'm not going to lie to you. Right now, Florida, like the best team out there. I think Florida got the best team. At least they playing the best ball right now. I can't count out Auburn, man. Auburn got a lot of seniors. They got a lot of seniors, man. Janai Broome, absolute stud. I think Alabama got the most explosive team offensively when they own. Alabama problem is defensively, they have way too many lapses. They don't defend well at all.
Yeah.
You can't ignore Duke with Cooper Flag. Hold up, man. Did you see the damn Juju Watkins tore ACL?
Yeah, man. I saw
Man,
that.
got an
I saw that.
absolute superstar
Yeah.
women's college basketball, man, USC, Juju Watkins tore ACL the other night, man. Then you go, damn, you hate to hear that shit for young athletes, man. But
Yeah.
as far as the men's tournament right now, if I have to pick a team to win the whole thing, I lean Florida, man. I lean Florida.
Yeah.
I like Walter Clay Jr. a whole lot, man.
Yeah.
The dude hit big shots, man. I like Walter Clay Jr. Anytime
Yeah.
I
I'm
watch
gonna tell
Florida,
you.
he popped.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, man. A team that people kind of looking over to me. That's left in the tournament. Man, Houston play good ball too, man.
Houston, yo.
Houston Cougars, they play pretty good ball too, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're gonna win it all. I'm probably with you with Florida. I think Florida is the most complete team that's left in the tournament. But I wouldn't sleep on Houston, man. Houston got a good team, man. I wouldn't sleep on Houston. And Duke, you can't Cooper Flag is one of one, you know what I'm saying? He
Fact.
got a highlight. He got a highlight on ESPN every other week for doing something. Like he just Cooper Flag is come on, man. You know what I'm saying? But I
Man,
probably was
Alabama, speaking of Alabama football, man, signed 5-star cornerback today. If I'm not mistaken, the young man name is Jordan Edmonds.
yeah, I
That's his
seen that,
name,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Man, Coach Mo Linguist is going absolutely crazy. Man, from Dijon Lee, Chuck McDonald, able to retain and keep Jalen Mbakwe, who converted to wide receiver now, but Xavier Brown, they went and got Ivan Taylor, son of Pittsburgh Steelers corner, Ike Taylor. Just, man, the things that they've been recruiting in that secondary, man. Alabama trying to bring back the real DBU. I just thought
Yeah.
that was notable while we was already on the pod and that happened maybe like literally an hour ago.
Yeah.
That happened literally an hour ago. Man, they act like it has been an absolute bombshell with LeBron, Pat McAfee interview today. I'm going to check that out sometime tomorrow and watch the whole thing so I can get some thoughts on it. But
Yeah.
because they make it like he done went on there and kind of got a lot off his chest. I know he was talking about Stephen A. and Brian Windhorst and other media members. So I'm ready to. I'm gonna check that out probably sometime tomorrow. But I do want to say that. Okay, do you think? because obviously I wouldn't say necessarily a problem or issue between the two. I wonder what's the relationship dynamic is between Stephen A. Smith and Pat McAfee.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because for LeBron and Stephen A. to have the little altercation or whatever you want to call it, the viral moment, and then Stephen A. done been on a whole bunch of different media outlets since then talking about it. So for LeBron to come on Pat McAfee's show on ESPN and talk about it and say whatever he said about Stephen A. today, I wonder is there some tension behind the scenes with Stephen A. Smith and Pat McAfee?
Yeah.
I think it might be.
It probably is.
I think it. I'm damn.
Didn't they used to have Pat McAfee like as a guest on First Take sometime?
Yeah, whenever he first got to ESPN, yeah, he used to be a weekly guest on them.
You ain't seen that no more. He ain't been on that motherfucker no more. Like just as a guest.
What's that?
You haven't seen that no more. Hell, even just being a guest on the show no more. Yeah, they ain't bought Pat McAfee. That is kind of telling.
I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe some things will come out in the future. I'm not saying I think they, dislike each other. I just wonder if there's any awkward tension between the two.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
I don't know. Maybe we'll see. But you got anything else, man?
I gotta watch some more of that LeBron interview with Pat McAfee to be able to give a better analysis than I can right now because I ain't watched the whole thing.
I ain't talking about some clips. So
I can't really
thing too.
I can't really give you a whole like monologue on what happened with that. You know, so I can't go on around about that because I don't really know all the detail. I don't know everything you see. You know what I'm saying?
You can't speak in depth on what you haven't literally seen.
What I haven't seen. Yeah.
I got you. Oh man. Well, with that being said, man, I think that's gonna wrap up another episode of No Excuses, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh man. Remember, man, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, man. And there's No Excuses. We out.
We out.